All right, so begins week number 2, and I am still just as excited. Actually, I would say I'm even more excited at this point. It feels good. Like for me, when I do something for basically 4 months, actually it may have been just a little bit longer, but for like 4 months, like I did when I was bulking, it was just starting to get really, really, I don't know, just old. It was getting really fucking old. Um, so like this cut, I'll admit, like the first day that I started it, and I've done this countless times, but the first day I started it, I was kind of, what's the word, apprehensive, only because I was kind of in a rut of doing the same thing, just bulking, being able to eat whatever I want, however much I want. That could kind of become a comfort thing, which is not good. It's not good to get in the comfort zone like that. So the first day was kind of, you know, a little apprehensive, a little unsure, which again, I don't know why, I've done this before, but now that I'm a week in, I am so excited, man. I am so excited to basically just clean everything up. You know, um, if all goes right, which I gotta make sure I do my part to where that comes true. Um, a good 10 to 12 weeks from now, theoretically, I'm gonna be looking at some pretty gnarly stuff. Because even like the past 3 4 weeks in my posing, I could see it, which is what I wanted in a way. I could see I was getting soft, a little softer than normal. There wasn't as many cuts and lines. I was still, let's just say in general, compared to, and it's not good to compare yourself, but just to put things in perspective, to compare myself to 90 95% of the population, I was still shredded, honestly, in those terms. But in terms of like bodybuilding, oh my God, I was so sloppy, so sloppy. And I still am right now. I'm only one weekend, so. But I'm excited, man. We're going to start with, like always, some shoulders and back. Um, the thing is, I just trained shoulders 2 days ago, and I had to train back in 2 days. So it's not, I might do 5 6 sets of shoulders, probably maybe only one exercise specifically targeting back. And then after that, I'll do some rear delt focused, really focus on the rear delts. Those get neglected too much, too often by a lot of people. So we'll finish maybe with even 2 different exercises of rear delts. We'll really blast them, and then that might be it, man. That might be it for today. We'll kind of see how it plays out, but we're gonna start again. I've really liked these. I've been doing these like, what is this, the third week or the fourth week? I've been doing these seated lateral raises with a slight like half-second pause at the top, and then for as many reps as I can, I do a 2 second eccentric, and then once I get 70% into the set or whatever, the eccentric starts to drop a little faster, and then I just do as many more as I can at that point. All right, got the 45s. Let's give them a try. Oh, those work so fucking good. Okay, so like I've said, I've been doing these for almost a month, give or take. Um, so I was considering trying to 50s. No, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna stick with the 45s. Probably throwing a drop set out on the third one. Actually, you know what? No, let's switch up this week. Let me do a rest pause on the last one. So I'll do another one straight set, and the third one do as many as I can. Rest. Still holding the weight. Actually, I might set them up here for like 5-10 seconds. Go again. Rest, and I might do it again as many times as I can. That feels like it's viable. All right, one down. Countless more to go. It's okay. Oh my god. The original plan was to get all my shoulder work done. So I was gonna do shoulders, the next shoulder exercise after this. But the way they feel now, I might have to give them a break and do back. I don't know. I mean, give me a couple minutes, we'll see. That could change. But man, they're fucked right now. Whew. I mean, in a good way, right? In a good fucking way, but holy shit, it's the kind of burn where like I can't even sit still. I don't even know where to put my arms. Ah. All right, let me quit complaining. Put this up, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do. All right, I got to thinking. When I train chest and when I train legs, all the days that it's just one body part specific, I don't have the opportunity to go to something else. Like I said, give my chest or legs a break. So why should I give my shoulders that benefit? I'm not gonna do that. Kind of telling the bitch side of me to suck it up and let's just stick to what I was originally thinking. So, and I did these, and I never looked up what they're called, but I did these Friday on my shoulder day. And man, like the more I did them, like the deeper I got into each set, the more I liked it. It's just And it might just be because it's something new, something different, a different way to hit my shoulders. Besides, like I said, 90% of what my shoulder work is was just, cable flies, dumbbell flies, some kind of fly. It's nice. And I'm not a big fan of pressing anymore. I do it occasionally, like maybe once every 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something. That's it, just to keep it in there, keep some familiarity with it. But yeah, this is a nice change. It's a nice change, and it doesn't require a lot of weight. I'm always a fan of that because I like to lift my big heavy weight on a bench, squat, leg press, deadlift when I did them. I don't do them anymore, but basically most are compound lifts. Even a bent over row, I like to go pretty heavy most of the time. So anytime I can find an exercise where you don't have to go heavy and it's still very effective, I'm always a big fan. Um, so yeah, let's fucking get to it. Fuck. You ever get, like, do any of you ever get in one of those zones where you don't even want to talk? You come in here, maybe you do your warm ups, you do a set or something, and it just kind of puts you in a mindset and a headspace in a zone that you don't even want to say anything to anybody. You just want to focus on each set. Only rest as long as you need to. No bullshit in between. And just fucking, in a glorious way, just destroy your body. Or is it just me? Because that's kind of where I am right now. And I gotta say, the most days are not gonna feel like this, especially the longer you work out. So anytime you have a day like this, in my opinion, it's a wise decision to take advantage of it. 'Cause I feel pretty good. I am locked in. All right, that is enough of that. We get a rest pause, matching the lateral raises. Let's move on to something else. All right, what do you say? We just stay right here and do these row slash pull down combo that I do. I need to come up with a name for these. Actually, I'm sure there already is one. I don't know it. But I think it's been a little bit since I've done these. So, and I'm already here. I've said before it's hard a lot of times to get in these cables because they're pretty popular. And it's the only cable setup we got in here. So while I'm here, I'm going to take advantage of it. Fuck. Fuck. All right. So we're going to do a nice little rest pause here, just like on the other two exercises on the final set. That really wasn't in my plans today, but like a lot of times I'll come in here and I have a general layout, and then other times I'll have a strict layout of what I want to do. But a lot of times it's just like a general layout, and if I get to something and it doesn't quite feel right, or just for whatever reason I don't want to do it, I'll swap it for something else. So generally I come in here and I do shoulders and back. I was gonna start with seated flies again, and probably that new shoulder exercise I just did. And after that, for back, it was gonna kind of be like a feel thing, whatever felt right. Um, but when it comes to like drop sets and rest pauses or supersets, a lot of the times when it comes to those, I don't really have a plan. Let me say never. Like sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. It just kind of whatever feels right. Because sometimes, doing a drop set at the very beginning of a workout as opposed to the end can affect things drastically, And if I strictly had a plan to do drop set after the first exercise at the final set, and I just feel like dog shit, maybe it's not a good idea to do that, you know? So, um, anyways, I'm getting carried away here. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Shit. Holy fuck. Like, don't get me wrong, the rest pause shit worked on both shoulder exercises I did, but for some reason, on this, I mean, my lats were burning so much, that pause on the first rest pause. you know, you can make fun of me if you want. I was considering even doing it. I was like, holy shit, this hurts. But I quickly got over that, if you couldn't tell. That's the whole point, you know? So, if you're gonna let something like that stop you, I hate to say it, you're just not cut out for this. So, if that was gonna stop me, I don't know. I don't even know how I made it this far if that was the case. But that's why I didn't. That's why it didn't stop me. All right. I kind of hate to be hogging the cables here, but I might stay right here and do some bent over flies to hit the rear delts. I think so. All right, it's important to know you're not trying to be Superman here. Do not go heavy. Focus on control. Focus on working, actually working the right muscles, um, which is rear delts. I don't mind a little bit of upper back and traps in there. Um, so yeah, you don't want to go too heavy. You don't want to be, you know, cheating so much that it takes away from what you're trying to do. Again, I don't mind a few cheat reps, but that's usually toward the end of each set. The last 2 to say 4 reps, something like that. That may be too light. How many reps did I do? I don't know, but I'm thinking it was too light. even for how light I'm trying to go. So let's just try this. Not much heavier, but I'll go a little bit heavier. All right, you know what? I did speed the rest up a little bit. So if I rested in, maybe another minute, I'd be fine to stick with that weight. But I feel like it compromised my form too much. So let's just go back down. Let's just go back down where I started. We'll do one, continue, make it a rest pause like all the others. Um, yeah, then we'll see where we're at. Okay. Oh, what a way to end with that. Fuck. Whew. Now let me kind of emphasize when I'm doing these, it's kind of hard with the cables. I'm almost like twisting them though, because I'm thinking as I'm going up, I want to all that pressure and almost be driving through the back of my hand and pinky. Um, I mean, you can still hit your rear delts, not doing that, but it just makes it easier, and the mind muscle connection is better, in my opinion, when you kind of twist the back of your hands and your pinkies up as much as you can, because like I said, it's kind of hard with these cables, but twist them up toward the ceiling and just drive them back and up. It makes it simpler and easier to just hit the rear delts and traps and all that. Oh, this shirt's driving me nuts. I think it's getting a little too small. But anyways, honestly, I think I might be done. I might do a little bit of chest. Yeah, I might record it if you guys want me to. I don't know. I might not. But then after that, I think we'll pose. I'll do my cardio, and that'll be it. All right, the sticky pad on the back of my light, not as sticky as what it once was. Have to kind of figure something out for that because I don't see it sticking much very longer. Hopefully, it doesn't fall mid pose down here. All right. I mean, I got a pretty decent. As you can tell, I did those 3 sets with a drop set of just some cable chest flies. I was right there. I made them quick so I didn't go super heavy. I mean, it was moderately heavy still, but and I am fucking pumped up. Pumped up. Let's get right into it, man. I feel good. All right. What do you guys think? I know this is probably just in my head, but I feel like after a week of cutting, I feel like I'm leaner and harder. Again, probably just in my head. You guys can let me know. But all in all, good fucking workout, dude. Really good, actually. There's just something about when you get locked in like that. Man, it's a great feeling. A great feeling. My mind is not clouded by other things outside of the gym or inside, and I'm just focused in the moment on what I'm doing. Oh, it feels fucking phenomenal. All right, I think we're done for today. I'm gonna go do probably 25-ish minutes on the bike, and then I'm out of here. Be back tomorrow.